Dams are critical infrastructure projects that provide water, hydroelectric power, and flood control. However, some dams around the world pose severe risks due to structural weaknesses, aging designs, or geopolitical tensions. In recent years, climate change and extreme weather events have further increased the dangers associated with these structures. Below is an updated list of the top 10 most dangerous dams in the world as of 2025, based on their potential for catastrophic failure and human impact. 1. Mosul Dam, Iraq. The Mosul Dam in Iraq remains one of the most perilous dams in the world due to its unstable foundation. Built on soluble gypsum rock, the dam requires continuous grouting to prevent erosion and collapse. Engineers have warned that a failure could send a 100-foot tsunami-like wave downstream, wiping out Mosul and reaching as far as Baghdad. With Iraq's ongoing political instability and lack of consistent maintenance, the risk of a disaster has only grown. In 2025, experts estimate that a breach could displace over 6 million people and cause one of the deadliest dam failures in history. 2. Kariba Dam. The Kariba Dam, one of Africa's largest, is under severe stress due to prolonged droughts and structural aging. Engineers have detected increasing cracks in its walls, raising concerns about a potential collapse. If the dam fails, it could unleash a massive flood down the Zambezi River, wiping out communities in Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. The 2025 risk assessment highlights that over 4 million people could be displaced, and the region's power supply, which relies heavily on the dam, would collapse, leading to an economic crisis. 3. Three Gorges Dam, China. China's Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest hydroelectric project, continues to face scrutiny over its long-term stability. Located near seismic fault lines, the dam has experienced land subsidence and increased pressure due to extreme rainfall events. In 2025, satellite imagery has shown new stress fractures, raising fears of a possible breach. If the dam fails, it could flood major cities like Wuhan and Shanghai, affecting nearly 400 million people downstream. The Chinese government has downplayed risks, but independent experts warn that climate change is making the dam increasingly vulnerable. 4. Oroville Dam. The Oroville Dam in California narrowly avoided disaster in 2017 when its spillway collapsed, forcing 200,000 evacuations. Despite repairs, concerns remain about its aging infrastructure and the increasing frequency of extreme storms. In 2025, engineers have warned that another major flood could overwhelm the dam's capacity, threatening Sacramento and the surrounding areas. With California experiencing more intense rainfall due to climate shifts, the Oroville Dam remains a ticking time bomb for over 1 million residents in its flood path. 5. Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. India's Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, one of the world's largest masonry dams, is showing signs of severe wear and tear. Built in the 1960s, the dam has developed cracks and erosion issues, exacerbated by fluctuating water levels and seismic activity. A 2025 safety audit revealed that a failure could flood the Krishna River basin, submerging entire towns and displacing more than 10 million people. The Indian government has initiated emergency reinforcement work, but experts argue that the dam may need a complete overhaul to prevent a disaster. 6. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, has been a source of geopolitical tension between Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan. As Ethiopia moves closer to full operation in 2025, concerns persist about its structural integrity and the potential for sudden water releases. If mismanaged, the dam could trigger flash floods downstream, devastating communities in Sudan and Egypt. Additionally, if the dam were to collapse, it could unleash a catastrophic flood affecting tens of millions along the Nile River. 7. Brumadinho Dam. Brazil's Brumadinho Dam, which collapsed in 2019, killing 270 people, remains a cautionary tale. Despite stricter regulations, many similar tailings dams in Brazil are still at risk. In 2025, mining companies have been pressured to reinforce aging structures, but corruption and lax enforcement continue to pose dangers. Another failure could release toxic sludge into rivers, poisoning water supplies and causing another humanitarian disaster. 8. Sayano-Shashenskaya Dam. Russia's largest hydroelectric dam, the Sayano-Shashenskaya, suffered a catastrophic turbine explosion in 2009 that killed 75 workers. While repairs were made, the dam's aging infrastructure remains a concern. In 2025, Russian authorities have increased monitoring, but experts warn that extreme weather and seismic risks could still lead to another failure, threatening downstream communities in Siberia. 9. Folsom Dam. Located near Sacramento, California, the Folsom Dam is critical for flood control but is increasingly strained by climate-induced weather extremes. A 2025 report highlighted that a major earthquake or extreme storm could breach the dam, flooding Sacramento and endangering over 500,000 residents. Upgrades are underway, but the risk remains high due to the region's growing population and climate unpredictability. 10. Banqiao Dam. Though rebuilt after its catastrophic 1975 collapse, which killed 171,000 plus people, the Banqiao Dam remains a symbol of poor dam safety. In 2025, China has improved its infrastructure, but many older dams still lack modern safety standards. The Banqiao disaster serves as a grim reminder of what could happen. Extreme weather threats. These dams represent both engineering marvels and potential catastrophes. As climate change intensifies, monitoring their stability becomes crucial. Stay informed. Safety depends on awareness and preparedness. Don't forget to like, subscribe,